WIBTA if I started calling my white coworkers by random, white names. I moved from Georgia to the Pacific Northwest last year for a dream job after I graduated college. It was a little bit of a culture shock, because I went from being one of many black people around at any given time to often being the only non-white person in a room, let alone black person. There hasn't been a lot of overt racism, but there's been a lot of strange, borderline situations that are amusing and race-related but not necessarily racist. For example, every white woman I meet mentions Beyonce to me within the first 5 minutes. When I was sitting for my driver's license photo, the woman taking my picture opened with, "So, Beyonce, so the problem in the post title is that I am the only black woman at my office, and I am constantly being called the wrong name at work, and I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary. My name is Tina, short for Christina. Pronounced just like it looks, very easy name. For some reason, a handful of people at work call me Tiana, Tiara, or Tia. I think assuming that my name has to be more black-sounding than it is. I am most often called Tiana, especially by one of the guys on our development team and by the big boss for another team, which I think then confuses their team members back into calling me the wrong name again. The other thing is that apparently another black woman, elderly, not in the same position I'm in, used to work there, and I get called her name Mary sometimes too. Sometimes people will look at my name plate and ask me, "How do you pronounce that?" It's Tina. I have tried politely correcting this, and I correct it immediately every time. From polite, just for the record, my name is Tina, to lighthearted, Tina like Tina Belcher. In emails from me that say Tina in a million places, including my email address, I still get, "Thanks, Tiana, Sue." I'm considering doing the Twitter approach where I just respond to coworkers who call me the wrong name with the wrong name. Like Chuck, "Thanks, Tiana, Tina. No problem, Chad, Jessica. Hi, Tiara, Tina. Good morning, Jennifer. Would I be the asshole if I did this?" I know it's passive-aggressive, but every form of polite correction hasn't worked, and I feel really disrespected by this, so I may as well have some fun with it. Edit. I'm pretty overwhelmed by the responses, so I just want to add a couple of things. A lot of people have suggested that I gently and firmly remind people of my name. That's what I've been doing and was my first line of defense. A lot of people have suggested I go to HR. This is the kind of nebulous thing HR doesn't really help with, and it isn't as serious as it could be. A lot of people who identify themselves as white have informed me that this isn't race-related. It is. I have been black for 25 years, and I have a lot of first-hand experience with racism, and I can identify it in my own life. It isn't overt racism, like a slur or an assault, but it is still race-related. I feel like a few people are almost getting it. A lot of people are referencing that Key and Peele's sketch with the substitute teacher, which is literally a joke about how white people do this to black people, turned on its head. And finally, a few people have asked why I don't use Tina Turner as an example, since she's also a black Tina. First, I thought youngish white people would be more familiar with Tina Belcher, but I used Tina Turner as an example for our dean, and he then affectionately nicknamed me Tina Turner, which took deprogramming from his EA to get over. Edit 2. No, I don't have a southern accent. I'm from Atlanta, and black people from Atlanta don't really have an indecipherable country twang. Plus, my working in an office voice is pretty practiced neutral. More to the point, no accent makes the name Tina sound like Tiana or Tiara. No, the people I work with aren't just idiots. As annoying as this is, they are not stupid people. No, I can't wear a "Hi, my name is" sticker or a name tag. We have a business professional dress code. Yes, I correct them every time. No, it's not because I'm not memorable or a bad employee. Responding to this post saying, "Okay, Shaniqua," or some other racist caricature of a name truly misses the point, as this is already what my coworkers are doing, Tiana being the Shaniqua in this instance. Several people have alarmingly said, "Okay, Trayvon," and invoking the name of a dead black child at the idea of me calling a white guy Chad is very weird.